director of the FinOps Foundation. We are a part of Linux Foundation, so we're here at KubeCon. CNCF is a sister org for us. And unlike what a lot of Linux Foundation does, which is host open source code, we are basically hosting open source best practices and creating a community for a lot of developers and engineers, and also their business counterparts in like finance and other areas to come together to basically be better at managing cloud from a spend perspective, from a value perspective, because you had this whole sort of shift, or engineers didn't used to have to think about, when I click this button, I'm going to spend money in AWS or GCP or Azure, and now cost has to be part of the consideration, right? Because unlike the on-prem stuff, when you stop using it, you've already bought it, or when you wanted to start using something new, it's already procured. So big change in sort of how the purview has expanded, and how now there's also collaboration that has to happen with finance folks who don't understand the cloud terms, the developers understand, but come poking around about what the spend is, if we're doing the right spend in the right areas. So the FinOps Foundation is all about essentially helping to push forward that discipline, which is really a way of working and a framework between the different parts of the business, engineering and technical and business and even procurement, to give them a common lexicon, a set of best practices, a framework for how to push this into not just being a retroactive thing you do once in a while, but actually part of the developer workflow, down to daily decision making. And it can slow down engineering efforts, because if suddenly the CFO comes in and is like, this has got out of hand, we need to stop our cloud migration, or we need to have more controls. And so the beauty of FinOps is to try to make less of a mandate and more of a movement from the bottom up, where there's a clean part of the workflow feedback circle or loop for the teams.